think so. Hey, are we on here? I think we're on here.
Yep,
Now
we
let's
are.
see if I can. I'm gonna try to share this real quick over to the Africa page. So how we doing on this fine Wednesday afternoon out there in MECA land, everybody?
We're doing great here in SA. How are you?
I am doing pretty good myself, except for things aren't cooperating with me. Well, so there we go. Now I see us. Man, now we're shared. All right, I got it figured out. There we go. Now I see us. Now I see how far our delay is too. So, anyways, everybody out there, I'm coming on a little bit early this afternoon. If you're in the states here, it's about 2 p.m. I guess if you're on the Eastern Standard Time, like I am. So I've got Mr. Kevin Stone from Rebels Media and Mr. Claude Reddy, uh, two South Africa guys that we've been talking with for some time, I guess now. They've both kind of stepped up and helped us a little bit keep the 1X feet on the ground over there. I think we might even be talking about some future plans and things like that. But I know Kevin's got an event coming up this weekend. And then I think Claude's got another event coming in September. So I wanted to get these guys on here with me and, any of our South Africa competitors, you have questions. I'm going to let these guys kind of talk to you a little bit, let you know about themselves, what they got going on, the events they got coming up. And if you got questions or anything like that, the chat's open. So I guess I'll let you guys maybe kind of get started here. Um, who wants to go first? Claude, Kevin, who wants to go first?
Todd can go first.
Claude's turn first.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Claude and I'm from Durban, KZN. I've joined the MECA format at the beginning of this year. We've had our ups and downs, but however, we are here to grow the sport with the help of everyone, including our competitors, including all affiliations, as we are to work together. I did start the season off with with a 1X event a few weeks ago. However, we are planning a second one that's next month on the 14th of September. That's held in Chatsworth. It's going to be a 1X event, but we are starting off on a new slate. That's more about that's all I have to say for now.
So your event's coming up on the 14th, and you said that's Chatsworth?
100%. That's Chatsworth in Durban. I do have a few other events lined up for other provinces. I'm just waiting on confirmation on the venues. And once I've gotten that, I will obviously liaise with the CEO.
Awesome. So, all you guys that are watching here, I think I've got the event information scrolling at the bottom of the screen here. September the 14th. Claude will be having that event there in Chatsworth. And if you have any questions or anything about the event, make sure you reach out to him. I believe his contact information should be on the website there if you look at the flyer on mecacaraudio.com. And let's see what's going on, Mr. Chris Gamble. I think we're doing pretty good. So, and then, so Kevin, you've got an event coming this weekend. And I think we're doing. Is it like a car and bike show? Is that what all events are we offering?
Yes, we're going to do a car and a bike showdown. It's going to be basically focused on show and shine and night glow and parkour. It will be held in Randfontein, close to Joburg. And yeah, there's also going to be a few stalls available. There's going to be vendors there like food and so on. And then obviously, Rebels Magazine will be covering the entire event, and we will also be publishing it for the next issue. And we will also be going live during the event as well to make sure that everybody, the people that can't make it to the event, that they can see at least digitally what we're all about. So this will be our very first MECA event. So yeah, we're quite excited, and with the feedback that we've been receiving so far, I think this is going to be quite a success.
Awesome, awesome. So let's see here. I got a chat. I'm going to look at that. What's going on, Mr. Beard?
Hey
Yep,
Wayne,
that's my show and shine guy. He said he wishes he could go.
yeah, if we can only get his car here,
Right?
wow.
They like your car, Wayne.
Yeah, your car's making big names here in South Africa.
That's that one with that big 22-inch. Is that the one?
Yeah, that greenish one.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think it's got 28s on it or something.
Yeah, 28 on it. Yeah.
28. Yo.
Joe said, book a flight. All right.
Yeah, it won't be a problem to book a flight to get your vehicle here in South Africa.
Let's see here. If any of our South Africa competitors or guys on here have any questions, make sure you ask them now. So again, this weekend, August the 24th, we got a car and bike show coming up. Where's that going to be located there so I don't murder all that stuff?
It's in Randfontein, Johannesburg.
Randfontein, Johannesburg. Okay,
Hey, you got it right.
there we go. I was gonna try to do it with my syllables, but then I was like, I don't know, my Kentucky might kick in.
You could try Afrikaans, Randfontein.
Oh, Wayne said he'll float it over.
Yeah, that won't be a problem. We'll just get it into, I think the closest is going to be Cape Town Harbor. Yeah, they will drive it, no problem.
And then, so September the 14th, I'm trying to make sure I show these guys. But again, you can go to the website and get the full event schedule there. If you go to the South Africa tab in the event schedule, you can narrow it down to just the events in South Africa there, and make sure you click all events. I do believe as of right this second, we've got these two events coming up, and then I know that Shannon's been working with these two guys here to try to, get some more things going, which I believe that's all in the works still. So September the 14th in Chatsworth, that's going to be Claude's event. I know he spoke a little bit earlier on that. And as of now, it's going to be 1X events. And then I know Claude is offering the sound pressure portion as well at this point. And I think currently Kevin's just doing the show and shine and light stuff right this second. But I do think that we're going to try to work on getting the sound stuff going, for both of these guys in the future here. So I'm kind of looking forward to all that. I know that, Shannon and myself, like I told you a little bit earlier, we really appreciate you guys kind of stepping up and helping us, at least keep our boots on the ground over there, and small steps at a time, and we'll get it back together and get her going again. Um, not seeing any questions coming from you guys just yet. So, is there anything either one of you guys would like to talk about or touch base on while we're here? For the folks there, for any of your competitors, anything like that?
So I've had a few questions regarding some of our memberships. So
Okay.
obviously, with the events not taking place as often as they should have, a lot of these memberships have expired. I did speak to Shannon. She has assisted me with a few guys. Is it possible for me to get the rest of the guys, as they obviously want to compete, but obviously their memberships have been expired? So if we could get that sorted out for them, would be much appreciated, so that they can actually accumulate their points
Right.
going forward.
So I do think that if you reach out to us, we can handle most of that stuff on an individual basis. I do know that right there at first, I did issue quite a few refunds to folks and things like that. So, any of them that want to come back, any of them that the membership lapsed or anything like that, just get with us. And I mean, we'll do, I think we'll do what we can to try to make folks happy and make things right.
100%. So these guys that have come back to me and requested our assistance was obviously the guys that did not ask for a refund.
Right.
These guys are still active members, so that's where I advise them that I will try and assist to the best of my ability.
Yeah, if you can, I think if you can, uh, get me like a list of names together or whatever, we can go over it, and I'm sure we can figure something out to keep things going like they should.
No problem. I'll have that sorted out in the course of the week.
So let's see. I got a question. Is any audio brands on board with MECA? I mean, that's kind of an open-ended question, I suppose, but yeah, I have audio brands that are on board with us. They're all around the screen right now. If you're talking about brands that are specifically South African brands at this time currently, I don't believe so. But we could change that if anybody wants to become a member. Let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that will benefit everybody greatly if we can get somebody on board as well, specifically for the South African side.
Right. So hopefully that answers your question there. Do you guys know who this is? I don't want to mispronounce their name.
Rahim.
Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. And if you guys have any other questions, shoot them, and we'll do the best we can to answer them here. So, all right. Where were we at? I got sidetracked. I'm good at that sometimes. And again, you guys, I'm just kind of swapping the scroller at the bottom so you can pick up the information there. There are a couple of events coming up there in South Africa for you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. I'm not a multitasker. And I got too much ADHD or something. All right. Well, Chris Gamble, he said, "How is SQ looking in South Africa?" Well, currently, I think we got a lot going, a lot to kind of bounce back from there. So right this second, I don't know if it's very much, but I do know that there is a scene for it there, and there's a need for it. So I do believe that it's something that once we get things back in place and get correct people in place, I definitely foresee it something that's going to grow in the future. Um, I mean, as well as sound pressure and everything else. I know we've been putting a lot into like our dueling demo, show and shine stuff, recently. So um, I know I got some things coming from my sound pressure guys that I've been quietly working on. So we'll be working on that some too here soon in the future. But um, hopefully that answers that question there for you, Chris. There's a lot of obstacles in South Africa currently, so we're really just kind of treading water right this second. And I think that here in the near future, it'll start to kick back off again pretty good for them. That'd be cool. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you. All right. So while we're sitting here boring everybody out of their minds, so I think where I kind of was I asked about if there's anything you'd like me to go over for your guys or your competitors. I think Claude asked me about the membership stuff, and like I said, any of you guys that feel like there needs to be a conversation had about that, get with Claude or even Kevin. You could even message myself or Shannon. And like I said, we'll do the best we can to try to get you squared away and take care of you. Sorry, comments. Anything else that maybe I should touch on or that you guys might have questions on while I'm here? I know sometimes the competitors just won't ask or they won't, say something while we're here. But if you guys know anything that might help you guys out or get a question answered for you, just let me know what it is and I'll try to answer it for you.
I also think from our side, I think with me and Claude working together moving forward, I think there's going to be a lot of new things, exciting things coming through to South Africa now with the guidance of yourself and Shannon as well. I think with me and Claude, if we put our heads together, then we can actually make this work again. Like you also said, there's a lot of people that they got scared off, if you can say it like that, with what happened previously. And if they know that we are dedicated to get everything sorted out like we used to, then our competitors and members will definitely be coming back. And that's something that we are both striving to do.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, and like I said, I appreciate it, and I know, so a lot of these guys that are on here they appreciate it as well, and I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's what we're all striving to do is do better and get better. So, I'm looking forward to the future. Just with a few of the recent conversations and stuff like that. I think that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and we'll make it. I do believe that. So, um, just hang in there, and I think we'll be in for a ride.
Just to actually
Definitely.
touch base on MECA in KZN, I've actually had with a lot of assistance from other affiliations in the sound industry. They've stepped up. They've really assisted me in a lot of ways. I don't know if I'm allowed to actually name them here, but I'm sure they know who they are. whether it's a local brand, whether it's a worldwide format. These guys have really come out and they've assisted me in a lot of ways in order to get MECA up and running again. One of the guys, I don't know if you guys heard of him, Ashen Ramada from SPL Dream Team. I've also got Veron and Krishen from the Usaki and Extreme Rides. They've assisted me in a lot of ways to try and get the format up and running again in KZN, especially.
And who's that? I'm sorry.
Um, Krishen and Baron, they are the owners of Yusaki. Ashen Ramada, he's the owner of KZN, KwaZulu Natal Foundation, SPL Dream Team.
Okay.
These are the guys that really came out and assisted me, and they was also part of the past incidents as well.
Right. Well, I mean that's good, and yeah, I don't mind if you mention stuff on here in passing or whatever. It's just that a lot of the membership stuff, like the advertisement stuff like that, won't go on any of our actual flyers and awards and things like that. But I don't mind giving people shout outs and things of that nature when you feel like that's necessary. So, I mean, I appreciate that, and I appreciate those guys stepping up and helping you out myself.
Hmm. Even me on my side as well. I'm very good friends with Heenan, Mr. H from Nitro Crew. So yeah, I'll be also having a word with him as well to see if we can do something side by side as well. I did speak to Shannon about it about 2 days ago, and she actually suggested it. So yeah, I'll definitely be reaching out to Heenan. Um, we've known each other for quite some time, so I believe that we can have something happening as well on that side.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I know Shannon's on that phone doing it for talks to a lot of people, so I know she talks to Mr. H here and there also. So I think that there's slowly but surely things are starting to to work themselves out, and um, I don't know. My belief is always that I know that what I'm trying to do is pure, so that's why it's going to work. That's just
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I feel about it, and um, everybody else that doesn't like it. That's why there's different strokes for different folks, I guess. But I just I really am the last couple of days. Like I said, Shannon's been talking back and forth with me the last 3-4 days, and I'm for the first time in a couple months. I'm kind of looking forward to the future, what might come for South Africa, because I know a lot of it's, especially the last 3, 4, 5 months, has been kind of a headache. So I'm really looking forward to things leveling out and trying to get things back working the way they should be.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And let's see here. So I know we got some folks on here watching. Did any of you guys have any question? Absolutely. I agree with that statement. Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes it does take a little bit to get some folks getting together, but hey, I do think that the majority of the time that most of us all want the same thing, and that's to grow our sport and our hobby, and just do it the best we can. Some of us have different ways of getting there. But I do believe in the end that the majority of us, that is why we're here. So I agree with that statement. Um, do you guys have any other questions for us? Well, I got these guys on here. So I know, Kevin, you're mostly into the show and shine type scene and things like that. Um, have you what am I trying to ask here? Have you tried? Have you been around the sound pressure stuff before, or are you just mostly on the car side of things?
No, I was for about the past 10 years. I've been doing sound pressure levels and bass boxing. That's what we call it here on this side. Um, I just lost my meter, so I will definitely be looking at getting a term lab again. And I'm going to launch the sound side here in Joburg again. So yeah, that's definitely on the cards.
All right, Mr. Gavin says, "Is there a show this weekend?" Is that I think that one's on September. Is that one this weekend or is that the one in September?
Yes, Randfontein is this weekend.
Okay, so yes, that is correct, Gavin. And that'll be I'm going to put it up right on the bottom of the screen there so you have the information coming across the bottom of the screen. And then also I believe we have a flyer on the website mecacaraudio.com. Do you have an event page for that show or you just been posting it on socials?
Yes, there is a event page for it. It's under Rebels International. If they go onto the page, that's our company, and they could just scroll under events, and then they will find the event for this weekend in Randfontein. Yes.
Awesome. So if you have questions about that event, Mr. Gavin, Kevin's going to be the one there putting that on. I do believe it's only going to be the show and shine stuff and the ride the light stuff at this time. Um, I do know the next sound pressure event we have slated is the 14th of September, and that's the one Claude's going to be heading up. I also know that they're planning on getting, trying to get some more stuff going for you guys. Let's see.
In
So
other provinces.
yes, and so hopefully that answers you, Mr. Gavin. And then probably Shannon's trying to give me stuff to ask you. So she says, how often do you guys plan to host MECA events in South Africa?
So currently, as it stands, I do have one that's on the 14th of September. I've got two in October, I've got one in November, and I've got one in December. So as it speaks, like I've mentioned prior, with the help of retail members, it would really assist me with financially in hosting these events in different provinces. Currently, as it stands, I'm now doing this year on my own.
Okay. So, any of you guys that might be watching, like us, share us. Any of you guys that are retailers, manufacturers, reach out to us. Let's see if we can get Mr. Claude some help with awards and things like that. Get your logos on some stuff. And that's a good question. What's your favorite MECA format and why?
Does she mean category?
Yeah, basically.
For me, I would say it's the Park and Pound.
Okay. That's a good one. And you like that format? Why? Just the music part of it?
Yeah, it's more or less the music part. It also draws the crowd's attention. Um, if you look at the crowd from a crowd point of view, I would say 80% of the people would not understand SPL. They would understand Park and Pound because obviously they're waiting to hear music. Not many of them knows about the burp and how the burp actually works and what it actually does. So for me, the Park and Pound always draws the most amount of attention. And when we actually explain to the guys that Park and Pound, we put the meter 1.8 meters away from the vehicle. So it does scare them a bit. And then we actually make them understand as to why we put the sensor 1.8 meters away from the vehicle. So after they have received that bit of information, then they find it much more exciting.
I agree. I think that's a good one. What about you, Kevin? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I think as a whole, the entire show and shine um, category, due to the simple fact is you can actually go and see there's so many owners that drive their cars to a show like this, and they are actually showing off what they did with their own hands. And there's so
100%.
many unique parts that everybody uses that no car is the same. And that's one thing that I love watching is that creativity that they put into their vehicles and to make it stand out. So yeah, I think the entire show and shine um, category as a whole is my favorite to do.
Okay. So I guess that means I should probably answer what's mine. And I'm a sound pressure competitor and a sound pressure guy, but I'm gonna probably pick dueling demos. That's probably my favorite format, and it's a similar reason to why Claude likes the park and pound thing. Um, it gets people involved. The crowd wants to dance. Yes, I'm a sound pressure guy. I like the sound pressure part and the science and all that stuff. But, kind of like Claude said, at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot of people that want to run up there and see me go, wah! And then they're standing there like, what just happened? And then we're throwing a party and nobody knows what really happened but the guys that know. And so I think for the sport and the hobby, the sound pressure thing is what got me hooked and got me involved in it. But for the people on the outside looking in, to get people to come and see what we do, I think those formats that involve the people are definitely important to our hobby and what we do. So I pick doing demos because of that. That's one of the reasons why we've put so much into trying to turn it into something a little bit different and a little bit better than what we had. So, um, any of the people that don't understand it, that want to come out and just have fun, dueling demos is definitely a good time. Park and pound, that's fun to watch. Not that us sound pressure guys can't be fun to watch, but I think that the majority of folks just don't quite understand maybe what you're doing or what all went into making that happen. So, um, you know, and
Mm.
I also think that the show and shine format's another part of that. Is just getting more people to come and see what it is we do, and that we're not all just a bunch of goobers. That we actually, you know,
So, from my understanding, there's not only a membership for SPL or dueling demos or park and pound. There's also a membership that people can join in for the show and shine, where they can enter their vehicles on a. But you wanna explain that further?
okay. I'm not sure I understand what you're asking me. Let's see. So there, there's a membership, a separate membership for what now?
For the show and shine.
As far as I know, that we just have competitor memberships, retail memberships, independent team memberships, and manufacturer memberships.
Okay, that's fine then.
So I think that's the four different memberships. And in order to collect points and do finals and all that good stuff, we do require all of the members have memberships, regardless of their category or format or division, however you want to look at it. So basically, it would be a regular competitor membership, and then you would have independent team memberships.
And then the
And an
retail.
independent team is basically, any team that's basically just a group of guys that they formed a team. It's not a business. They don't have a store. You know, independent team. And then the next level would be retail members, and So those guys are going to be usually people that have, brick and mortar shops. They have an internet store. I don't know. They could be all kinds of different things. They don't necessarily have to be audio related businesses. It could be a food truck. It could be, um, a clothing store for that matter. Um, and then those members get offered a little bit more, like we put their links on our website. If they send us the information, we do a little write up on it, things like that. And then that membership also, if you have a retail membership, then that also gets made into a team. So that's kind of included into the retail membership. So at that point, then you can either name the team your business name, or you can change the name to whatever you want. Um, but as a retail member, you have a team, so
Yeah,
other people in the club can represent you. And then,
that's like what
Uh,
I have.
I've got a
I've
yeah,
got
WhatsApp
that.
question here. This guy wants to know, if we take out a membership with MECA, do we fall in one class or can we run in a multiple class?
okay. So how we do the memberships is they're good from the date of purchase. So basically 1 year from the date you purchase it. So if you purchase it today, it'll be good till the same month, same day next year. It's not like, I know some clubs they do it by the season. So like you could buy it and right before finals, and then it'd be you'd be done right after finals. But kind of how we do it is basically just from the date you purchase it to the date, to that date the following year.
Okay,
Um,
so with regards to that, there can we not maybe perhaps run a separate membership for show and shine?
oh, are you talking about if they have more than one car?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So let me think of the best way to explain this. If you're only using one car, you are allowed to compete in the different formats or categories.
With
Uh,
one car.
right, but you can't. So, like, let me see. For example, let's say you're going to compete in street sound pressure. Okay, you can't take that car and compete in another sound pressure class other than park and pound. So you couldn't do street one and street two with the same car. Am I making sense so far?
Yep.
Okay. But you could do street one and park and pound one, and you could do dueling demo street class, and you could do radical X street. You could do show and shine, you could do sound quality, you could do install, you could do RTA. So there's all kinds of different stuff you could compete in using one vehicle. Um, now, I
So you
guess
would basically require a separate membership for a separate vehicle, right?
if you're going to use that vehicle to collect points, yes. So if you have one car you're going to use for show and shine and one car you're going to use for sound pressure, then basically you would have two memberships, one for each vehicle.
100% noted.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question on my
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
if it doesn't, we can try again. Hopefully I made that understandable enough, because that situation can get a little weird, because you also, like, even if you have more than one car, you can't use the same person can't run in the same division. So um for example, like if they got a show and shine car, they can't run a bunch of different cars. Even if they have multiple memberships, it would have to be like one in sound pressure and one in park and pound, or one in sound pressure, one in show and shine. You couldn't have like 2 sound pressure cars or 3 park and pound cars that are all
on
under
one
the same
membership.
person. Correct. Oh, and that's another thing that makes it silly sometimes is that I have to have yeah, because if you do end up needing multiple memberships, I have to have different email addresses.
Email addresses,
Yeah,
100%.
for the computer to do what it has to do. So again, hopefully I got that question answered enough that it made sense. What's going on, Mr. Thibodeau? All right. I think we caught up there. You getting any other questions there, Claude?
No.
All right. Well, I guess we've been on here for about 40 minutes now. I told the guys about the 2 shows we got coming up. I know Claude's got some in the works. We're steadily still working on, getting things back together over there for you guys. So I'm glad to see a couple of events coming up, and I think we'll start to see more and more here in the future as we move along. So again, we got a show coming up Saturday there. Mr. Kevin's doing.
And obviously, with the support next year, 2025, my goal is to obviously be able to run 3x, 4x, 5x shows. So those record events will be back soon.
Sweet. I got one chat coming in here. Oh.
Not at the moment, but I am looking into that.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah, any of you guys that have a shop, get with us, get with Claude, get with Kevin. I'm sure they'd like to work something out. And then September 14th there, Claude's got an event coming. So I'll show those to you guys again real quick here.
TB Mania. It's at the bottom of the
Milani,
screen.
You can give me a call just here in just a few minutes, Milani. I'll be hanging out by my computer for about 20, 30 minutes when I get off here. So if you want to call me, go ahead. All right, guys. Well, I'm not seeing very many questions and stuff come in. Hopefully we get this shared around to help you guys out a little bit with your events coming up. Again, we'll try to start maybe doing this a few more times as we get some events coming. I'll get on here during the afternoon with you guys or whatever, and we'll try to do this more regularly for the guys that might have questions or anything. I think we'll go ahead. I'm going to be back on this evening at 8:00 my time, so I'll still do my regularly scheduled show for everybody that's maybe wondering. But I guess I'll let you guys. We'll kind of call it a day here, so I'll let you guys wrap it up and let you say your last little words there, and then we'll be out. So I'm gonna bring off me and Kevin, and I'm gonna let Claude talk to you guys for just a second, and then we'll bring back Kevin. And
He left me in the spotlight. So guys, anybody have any questions regarding MECA in Africa, you can contact me on my cell, or you can join the WhatsApp group, or if you've got any questions here, you can post it here and I'll assist you where I can.
all right, Claude. Well, I appreciate you coming on with me here today, and I'll be looking forward to talking to you again here soon. And I'm sure Shannon will keep in touch with you. And if there's anything we can do to help you out in the meantime, let us know. And like I said, thanks for coming on. And I'll see you again probably in a few weeks.
And no problem.
All right. Thanks, Claude. All right, Kevin. I'll let you talk to these guys for just a second. And then we'll tell them bye.
All right, yeah. So if you guys have any questions related to the show happening this Saturday in Randfontein, you guys are more than welcome to get a hold of me. If you guys have any questions regarding Rebels Magazine or the radio station, also send me a WhatsApp and I can help you as soon as possible. See you guys on Saturday.
All right. I guess with all that said, I want to thank Kevin and Claude for coming on again. Fix my camera there. See, miss my screen. That's what I get for being chopped off most of the time. But I think the majority of you guys know the drill from here. Until next time, keep it loud and clear, MECA heads.